for the musical entertainment. Nice job. Give yourself a nice round of applause. Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Student Council inauguration ceremony. But before we begin, I just need to remind everyone that because we are definitely more than 100 strong sitting in the auditorium here, if we ever had to evacuate, and I know that's not going to happen, especially since it's raining, this side of the gymnasium, we would go out those doors, and this side would go out on the other side, and we would assemble over near the playground area. But I know that's not going to happen. Well, first of all, I want to welcome on behalf of the entire staff, I want to welcome all the children, of course, the parents, and special guests to Ruth Chaffee School's 2013 Student Council inauguration ceremony. Before we begin, I'd like to call upon Kayla Cohen, who will be sworn in as the president of the Student Council, to come up here to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. So I'm going to ask everyone to just stand up here. Remain standing. Well, actually, you may sit down. Alright, at this time, I'd like to introduce a couple special guests that we have up here in front this afternoon. We have Mrs. Wendy Krause, who's our supervisor of elementary education. She was a former principal at Elizabeth Green School, so she knows all about little kids. So this is Mrs. Krause. And you probably have seen the other individual who's sitting next to Mrs. Krause. That's Ms. Kathleen Lux, who is our council's advisor, who's also one of our fourth grade teachers. I'd like to welcome you. Now, a few years ago, we ended up redoing our mission statement, all right? And it was a lot of adults that put it together, and I want to just read it to you. The mission of Ruth L. Chaffee School is to nurture students to become enthusiastic about learning and develop the skills, attitudes, and behaviors necessary to become productive citizens in our ever-changing society. We accomplish this by embracing the diversity of our students and by encouraging a strong connection between school, home, and community. Creating a safe environment is essential in making every child feel valued and enables each student to be successful in both academic and social experiences. Our underlying belief is to provide students the capacity and opportunity to make decisions that show independence and growth through the stages of learning. Now, I have to ask you, raise your hand if you understood what I was talking about. You know, I sometimes think you kids do a much better job explaining what Ruth Chaffee School is all about. So I think this is how you're going to be able to help us out today. We'd like to sing the kid-friendly version of our mission statement. So, Maestro. becoming enthusiastic about your learning, and always asking questions, because seeing how things work and asking back those questions will definitely help you out later. Being a productive citizen by making the right choices for you. That's what we call good decision making. And I do see a lot of that happening throughout the building. And of course, we need to keep our schools safe by making everyone, I mean everyone, feel needed by treating each other we meet very fairly. We talked about that on October 18th during our school family meetings, where we were asked the question, how would you feel if? Everyone knew the right answers, but you know, the real trick is modeling the right behaviors so no one in school is ever made to feel bad. And that leads me to today's ceremony. First of all, I want to compliment all the people up here that were selected and voted upon to be part of the student council. And being part of the student council is not a popularity contest. Being a student council member does mean that you were voted on because you were looked upon as being good role models for others. You accept responsibility to make the school even a better place to learn and play. And obviously you've been respectful to other people that attend Booth Chaffee School. Now to do that every day, that's a tall order. But be proud of the fact that your classmates have shown that they have faith in the fact that you're going to be able to be good role models. So to be kind, considerate, trustworthy, those are the things we look for in school all the time. Being a friend to someone who might be a little shy, helping someone who might find school a little hard, encouraging someone who might not be that good at sports, listening to someone who might have a different idea than yours. Being on the student council means you need to try to reach out to everyone. That is what leadership is all about. When I look at the list of officers and representatives that have been voted in, I have to compliment, again, third and fourth graders for your selection, because obviously you chose a very nice group of young people. So, as our student council works together, I hope they will work to make the school a better place. I hope you take turns doing the hard work. I do hope that you support each other with kind words and stand together to make Booth Chaffee School the best place it can be. So I offer my congratulations to all of you who will be sworn into office this afternoon. Let's give them a nice round of applause. So at this time, I would like to turn the program over to Ms. Lux, who will say a few words and begin the induction of classroom representatives and officers.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you Oh, what nice manners. Good. Okay. Well, you have a few people sitting up here, but in order to get here, they had classroom elections, and then they had elections for their whole grade level. So these people that are sitting here had to take big risks and try very hard to get elected. We had a huge number of people that wanted to join the student council. So don't worry, the people who didn't make it, you still have another chance to help us, because when we need volunteers to help us with our projects, we'll be asking people for help. Now, in all of their speeches, though, everyone kept mentioning that how great our school was. They loved our school, they thought there were so many positive things about our school. They really didn't have a lot of suggestions on how to improve it, because our school is really good to begin with. So part of their responsibility will be to speak with you, and if you have ideas on something that can help our school become better, then you need to let one of these people know. Feel free to tell them, or tell your teacher, and they can email me, and we will try to do something for the school to make it an even better place. Now, for the people who did not get elected, though, they took a lot of chances and big risks. And I don't know about you, but I would be very nervous to run for office. And they had to stand up in front of their classes or stand up in front of their whole grade level to do it. So in addition to congratulating these people, I'd like to congratulate everyone that ran for office. Just take a minute and applaud for them. And at John Wallace, there is a student senate, so anyone who did not get to take part in this student council, perhaps you could try again if you're a fourth grader and you go to John Wallace next year. Now, in the past, our student council has done many different things. We've collected money for needy families in Newington. We've sent donations of supplies to troops overseas. We've collected even small stuffed animals that the soldiers could pass out to children in different needy countries. Lately, our biggest hit are the bracelets. Our school spirit bracelets are very, very popular. I ordered even 100 more than I did last year, so don't worry, more are here already. We'll be selling those. And we decide as a student council what we want to do with the money that we make from them. And so if you have any suggestions for that as well, let one of the members of the student council know. This year we will be hosting a morning reading club that we'll be doing in the spring. But if you have any other suggestions of something that you would like the student council to be in charge of, just let us know. Now, all of the members here will give up their free time to take part in the meetings and to have all their wonderful ideas come to life. I will now induct the representatives. They will recite the oath of office, and at the end of the ceremony, you will receive your pin. The pins are to be worn at each student council meeting. And so for grade 3 representatives, representatives, can you stand up, please? Grade 3, stand up. Our representatives for grade 3 are Haley Gatos, Keenan Hobart. How about we save the applause to the end? Let's wait until Miss Lux is all done, okay? Aiden Pabrera, Julia Renzuski, Noah McLean, Ella DePace, Jack Stair, and Abby Moran. Now stand up still, don't sit down. My fourth grade representatives, not the officers, you join us now and you stand up. Our fourth grade representatives are Riley Lawson, Michelle Nikova, Alex Riley, Mena Masto, Alexandra Adaha, Shivan Patel, Kaylee Tinker Palaila, and Elijah McInnes. Now, all of you, raise your left hand, this side, good, okay. And repeat the pledge after me, you ready? I promise to fulfill, to the best of my ability, the duties of the student council. Excellent, you're official, yay! You can sit down. Now, for my student council members, congratulations, but remember, you're representing your classmates every time you attend a student council meeting. So it's your responsibility to go back to your classrooms and report what's going on. I know you'll try your best to be a good role model and to make every student council activity a success. Congratulations. Okay, I would now like to have the officers come forward one at a time to take the oath. We'll start with the treasurer, Emmanuel Thomas. So raise your left hand and repeat after me. You ready?
I promise to fulfill, to the best of my ability, the duties of treasurer of the student council.
Our secretary is Morgan Howard.
I promise to fulfill, to the best of my ability, to the duties of secretary of the student council.
Now it's Priscilla Tran for Vice President.
I promise to fulfill, to the best of my ability, the students of Vice President of the Student Council.
Okay, here's our president, Kayla Cohen.
I promise to fulfill, to the best of my ability, the duties of the President of the Student Council.
Okay, thank you very much for coming today. I'd like to thank all the invited guests and parents and students for joining us. You're all part of our Chafee family. We appreciate you taking the time to come and support us. Parents and guests of the newly elected student council members may gather together in the lobby area after the classes have left. And students, please look to your teachers for dismissal directions.